Let's talk about Nigeria, a nation brimming with potential, a land of contrasts, and a place where the unexpected can, and often does, happen. It's a country that constantly defies easy categorization, a place where tradition and modernity collide in fascinating ways. A country of energy, a vibrant tapestry woven with diverse cultures and traditions. Talent, an abundance of human capital ready to shape the future. From bustling tech hubs to thriving artistic communities, Nigeria is a powerhouse of innovation and creativity. And yes, legendary traffic jams, a daily reminder of the challenges that come with rapid urbanization and growth. In this land of big personalities, where politics is often a spectacle, Peter Obi did the most shocking thing in Nigerian politics. He challenged the very essence of what it meant to be a leader. He was quiet. In a world of noise and bluster, he chose a different path. Calm, fact-driven, meticulously prepared and unflashy, a stark contrast to the prevailing culture of extravagance. Obi stood out, not because he sought attention, but because his actions spoke louder than any words could. By refusing to play the typical big man game, he rejected the trappings of power, the symbols of status that so many crave. While others arrived in convoys, a parade of wealth and influence, he carried his own luggage, a simple act that spoke volumes about his character. Unthinkable for a Nigerian politician, it was a gesture that challenged the established order. This refusal to conform, this willingness to be different, made him a phenomenon. He tapped into a deep yearning for change. Obi looked at the script for power, the well-worn path to political success, and said, "I'll just be myself." A radical act of authenticity in a world of carefully crafted personas. His story is about a different way of thinking, a new paradigm for leadership in Nigeria. A challenge to the idea that leadership must be loud and expensive. He dared to suggest that true power lies not in displays of wealth, but in service to the people. What if we spent money not on personal aggrandizement, on real problems, on building a better future for all Nigerians? Not appearances? What if we prioritize substance over style? That's the question he posed. A simple yet profound challenge to the status quo, and it resonated, striking a chord with a nation hungry for change. With young Nigerians. They saw in him a leader who understood their struggles and shared their aspirations. Obi became a symbol of hope, a beacon of possibility in a landscape often darkened by cynicism. For a generation demanding authenticity and efficiency, they yearned for leaders who were accountable, transparent, and genuinely committed to serving the public good. This is the journey of Gregory Obi, a man who dared to be different, a leader who challenged the norms, from the markets of Onitsha, where he learned the value of hard work and perseverance, to the center of Nigerian politics, a journey marked by integrity, resilience, and an unwavering commitment to his principles. We'll explore his values, the principles that have guided his life and career, his time as governor, his track record of fiscal responsibility and good governance, and what a Nigeria, a nation transformed by visionary leadership, under his leadership might look like. A future where prosperity is shared by all, not just a select few. It's a story about a man, an individual who dared to challenge the status quo, a movement, a groundswell of support for a new kind of politics, and the idea that sometimes the most profound changes come from the most unexpected places. The quietest voice, the one that doesn't shout or demand attention, has the most to say, the voice of reason, the voice of integrity, the voice of hope. So, grab your snacks, get comfortable, and settle in. Prepare to be inspired, challenged, and perhaps even changed. This is a story, a narrative that could redefine what's possible in Nigerian politics. You'll want to hear. A story of courage, conviction, and the power of one individual to make a difference. Let's begin. Let's delve into the world of Peter Obi, and explore the forces that have shaped him into the leader he is today. Peter Obi's story begins in Onitsha, not in a political dynasty, but in the heart of commerce. Born to hardworking business parents, he learned the value of a naira and the importance of getting a good deal. This trader's mindset shaped his approach to politics, seeing budgets as investments, not as cakes to be shared. His Catholic upbringing gave him a strong moral compass and sense of duty. Obi's blend of pragmatism and conscience made him both a shrewd negotiator and a servant leader. To understand Obi, picture a boy in a bustling market, learning about value, reputation, and results. He wasn't born into power. He earned his perspective through enterprise. This background set him apart from the political elite. It's the foundation of the disruptive force he would become. From his earliest days, Peter Obi possessed a unique character. Even as a young man, Peter Obi was different. There was a certain seriousness, a quiet intensity that set him apart from his peers. He was quiet, often lost in thought, always observant, carefully watching the world around him. He seemed to absorb everything, processing information with a keen intellect. And yes, he was also famously stingy, a trait that would later define much of his public image. This wasn't mere cheapness, but a deep-seated aversion to waste. In Nigeria, where generosity is often seen as a virtue, stinginess is often perceived as an insult, a sign of being uncharitable. But for Obi, it meant prudence, careful management, and a profound respect for resources, understanding their true value and potential impact. This trait, often unpopular at parties and social gatherings where lavish spending is common, ultimately made him popular with citizens who were tired of waste, corruption, and the mismanagement of public funds. His formative years were spent at Christ the King College, a prestigious institution known for its academic rigor. He then went on to study at the University of Nigeria, Nsukka, where he further honed his intellect and leadership skills. And later, he sought knowledge at top global institutions, expanding his understanding of economics, finance, and governance. But this wasn't for show, for the sake of prestige or personal gain. It was to collect the necessary tools, the knowledge and skills required for effective leadership and service to his people. Obi's obsession with prudence and fiscal responsibility became legendary during his time as governor of Anambra State. He meticulously questioned every expense, scrutinizing every line item in the budget. He was always choosing value over extravagance, prioritizing the needs of the people over the comforts of power. Critics, particularly those who benefited from the old ways, called it unbecoming of a governor. But his supporters, the ordinary citizens who yearned for a better Nigeria, called it revolutionary. He treated public money with even more care and diligence than he would his own personal finances. He was applying simple household logic, the principles of budgeting and saving, to the complex world of state finances. For Obi, waste wasn't just a matter of bad management or inefficiency, it was a moral failure, a betrayal of the trust placed in him by the people. His so-called stinginess was in reality a profound respect for the hard work, the sacrifices, and the aspirations of the Nigerian people. He firmly believed that leadership was fundamentally about stewardship, about being a responsible caretaker, not about self-enrichment, personal aggrandizement, or the accumulation of wealth at the expense of the public good. This core mindset, this unwavering commitment to prudence and service, defined his approach to governance, and it inspired countless others who wanted change, who believed in the possibility of a better, more equitable Nigeria. Obi's approach to leadership was remarkably simple yet profoundly effective. Value every naira, respect every citizen, and prioritize the well-being of the nation above all else. Behind Peter Obi stands Margaret Obi, a partner, not just a spouse. Their relationship is built on shared values, not political convenience. Margaret is known for her intelligence, grace, and quiet strength. As First Lady, she championed women's empowerment and children's rights, focusing on impact over appearances. She initiated programs for widows, schools, and healthcare, always avoiding extravagance. Margaret's unwavering support helped Obi weather political storms and public scrutiny. She's his most trusted advisor, offering honest opinions free from political games. Together they raised their children with humility and hard work, shielding them from excess. The Obi family's groundedness contrasts sharply with the opulence of other political families. This image of normalcy and partnership has endeared them to many Nigerians. Peter Obi's entry into the Nigerian political landscape marked the arrival of a different kind of player. His approach was fresh, his message resonated with many, and his presence immediately stirred the established order. His style was as unconventional as he is. Eschewing the typical flamboyance often associated with Nigerian politicians, Obi presented himself as a pragmatic problem solver. A successful businessman with a proven track record in the private sector, he brought a unique perspective to the world of Nigerian politics. He first threw his hat into the ring for the governorship of Anambra State in 2003, a move that surprised many, but signaled his intent to serve the people. His campaign was built on facts, figures, and a clear vision for the future, not on empty promises or miraculous claims. He offered solutions, not just rhetoric. After what he believed was a stolen victory and a disputed loss, Obi refused to back down. He embarked on a grueling 3-year legal battle, a testament to his tenacity and belief in the rule of law. And ultimately, he was declared the rightful winner, a vindication of his struggle and a triumph for justice. This victory was more than just a personal achievement, it was a landmark moment for Nigerian democracy, demonstrating that the voice of the people could prevail. As governor, Obi implemented a series of austerity measures, drastically slashing government costs and challenging the status quo. He rejected the trappings of power and luxury, choosing a modest lifestyle that set him apart from his peers. Instead, he prioritized investment in critical sectors like education, recognizing its importance for the future of Anambra State. He also focused on improving healthcare, ensuring that citizens had access to quality medical services. And he invested heavily in infrastructure, building roads and bridges to connect communities and facilitate economic growth. Under his leadership, Anambra State underwent a remarkable transformation. Anambra rose from the bottom of the education rankings to the top, a testament to his commitment to improving the lives of young people. He also made it a priority to pay off the state's debts, ensuring financial stability for future generations. And when he left office, he left billions of naira in savings, a rare feat in Nigerian politics. His reputation for fiscal responsibility and prudent financial management quickly became his defining political identity, setting him apart from the crowd. Over the years, Obi's political journey saw him move from APGA, the All Progressives Grand Alliance, to the PDP, the People's Democratic Party, one of Nigeria's major political forces. But in a move that shocked many political observers, he then surprised everyone by joining the relatively small and less influential Labour Party. This unexpected move came just before the crucial 2023 presidential race, setting the stage for a dramatic election. It was a significant gamble, a high-stakes bet on a different path. He was choosing to build a grassroots movement from the ground up, rather than relying on the established power structures of the major parties. He bet on himself, on his vision, and on the desire for change among the Nigerian people. He was betting on a new kind of politics, one driven by ideas, integrity, and a genuine commitment to service. This move energized a powerful movement across the nation, igniting a passion for change in the hearts of many. It was more than just a campaign, it was a cultural shift, a demand for better governance, and a brighter future. Obi proved that he was willing to disrupt the established system, to challenge the old guard, and to break down the barriers to progress. He was fighting for real change, for a transformation of Nigeria into a nation where opportunity is available to all. In the 2023 election, Peter Obi became more than a politician. He became a movement. Young Nigerians, inspired by his record and message, called themselves Obidients. This wasn't about ethnicity or religion, it was about competence and hope. The movement was organic, powered by social media and youth creativity. Rallies, memes, and hashtags spread the message, uniting people across divides. Obi's support cut across traditional lines, winning in unexpected places. Even without an official win, the Obedient movement didn't fade. It remains a powerful force, holding leaders accountable and keeping hope alive. Obi became a symbol of what Nigeria could be, a nation driven by ideas, not old divisions. The movement proved that real change is possible. Imagine it's 2027. Peter Obi is president, the tone from the top changes. No grand promises, just a clear breakdown of Nigeria's finances and a step-by-step recovery plan. The focus shifts from consumption to production, Obi's core philosophy. Policies would boost local manufacturing, agriculture, and tech, making it easier to do business and invest. Waste would be slashed. Smaller convoys, public budgets, officials flying economy. The message: the era of extravagance is over. Savings go to education, healthcare, and security. Accountability becomes the norm. Obi runs government like a CEO, demanding results and tracking performance. Regular data-driven briefings keep citizens informed, treating them as shareholders. Transparency and measurable results define governance. The culture of leadership shifts from rhetoric to reality. Failure has consequences, performance is rewarded. The government becomes answerable to the people. It's a new era of responsible, transparent leadership. If Obi's vision takes root, Nigeria could transform by the 2030s. Made in Nigeria becomes reality. Food, fuel, tech, and textiles produced locally. Millions of jobs are created, the naira strengthens, and the economy stabilizes. Young people find opportunities at home, driving innovation and growth. Economic empowerment reduces insecurity by addressing its root causes. A professional, accountable security force supports peace and prosperity. The government becomes a facilitator, not an obstacle, using public funds for public good. This is the hope fueling the Obedient movement, a Nigeria known for solutions, not problems. The story of Peter Obi is about how simple values, prudence, integrity, service can challenge an entire system. But this story isn't finished. The next chapter depends on you. Young Nigerians informed and engaged will shape the nation's future. The obedient movement proved the power of a mobilized citizenry. That power doesn't end with elections, it can keep shaping Nigeria. Whether you support Obi or not, the questions he raises matter. What kind of leadership do we want? Are we content with the status quo? Don't be a spectator, be a participant. Read, learn, discuss, debate. Your voice and ideas are Nigeria's greatest resources. If this story inspired you, hit like and subscribe. Let's build a community for real conversations. Join us on Discord to debate and dream up a better future. Thank you for watching. Now go out there and make some good trouble.